quarterfinal action of the 5th Region Softball Tournament. Today's matchup has the 19-11 LaRue County Hawks taking on the 18-10 John Hardin Bulldogs. The lineup today for LaRue County, it'll be Isabel Hayes playing third base. Isabella Rivera plays shortstop. Hitting third will be Paige Evans playing left field. Designated player for the Hawks will be Hannah Perry. Kelsey Hornback will hit fifth and play catcher. Malia English hits sixth and plays first base. The center fielder, Natalie Gentry, will hit seventh. Second baseman, Emma Moore, hits eighth. And Abigail Morgan will play ninth and hit ninth. Will play right field and hit ninth. Caitlin Rucker is the pitcher today for the Hawks. For Elizabethtown, Natalie Shaw will be in center field leading off. Alyssa Philbott behind the dish hits second. Hannah Riley, third baseman, will hit third. Tatum Spears playing left field will be Tatum Spears hitting fourth. Avery Simpson will play first base and hit fifth. Avery Powers hits sixth and plays shortstop. Emil Schmidt will play second base and hit seventh. Kylie McKinney, the pitcher today, hits eighth. Kayla Braden will be the designated player hitting ninth, and Heidi Tipton will be in right field. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. We'd also like to thank NFHS.com, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. Again, for today's first quarterfinal game of our day will be the Elizabethtown Panthers and the LaRue County Hawks. They played each other twice during the regular season on April 19th. The Panthers victorious 12-2 over the Hawks, and then on May the 10th, again it was the Panthers, this time 16-3 over LaRue County. In the opening quarterfinal action earlier today, Marion County took care of Thomas Nelson in a 9-1 victory. This is our first of a doubleheader here, as the next ball game will have the Greene County Dragons taking on the Central Hardin Bruins. We will have that for you here also on HCEC-TV. And then the nightcap, it will be Taylor County and Bethlehem squaring off. Tomorrow's semifinal action will take place at 1:30 and 4 o'clock. We will not have those live. Those will be on tape delay, should be on our YouTube channel on Monday. And then if either Elizabethtown or Central Hardin make it to the championship game, we will have that game live here at John Hardin High School at 7 o'clock Monday evening. To lead it off for the Hawks, it'll be Isabel Hayes. In the circle today for the Panthers, Kylie McKinney. And Hayes backs out. Isabel comes in hitting .427 on the season with a pair of home runs. That one's low, 1-0 the count. For the Panthers, McKinney comes in with a 13-3 record and a 4.20 ERA. That was going to be hit to deep center field. Shaw ranging to her right makes the catch. So the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring us to the shortstop, Isabella Rivera. Rivera on the year, hitting .354. She has 34 hits and 96 at-bats. That one will go high and outside. That's going to be hit towards right center. That's going to drop in for the first hit of the day. Tipton gets to it. She'll just pitch back in to Schmidt. But a single for Rivera, first base runner for the Hawks. That's going to bring us to the left fielder, Paige Evans. Evans hitting .290 on this season. Rivera 16 for 16 on the season stolen base. Hannah Riley cheating in from third. Evans swings through that one. That one tipped, fouled out of play. 0-2 now the count. That one well outside. 1-2 now the count. Rivera getting a good secondary lead after the pitch is thrown. And there's Rivera going on the pitch. Not even close. She'll be 17 for 17 on stolen bases now. Ball was outside, evens the count up at 2-2. And the winner of this ball game will face Marion County tomorrow at 1:30, right back here at John Hardin High School. That one outside. Now we go full. 3-2 the count. There's strike three on the inside corner. Really first time McKinney's gone inside. 2 down now as we get to the cleanup hitter, Hannah Perry, being the designated player today. Perry, the top hitter for the Hawks, coming in with average .506 on the year with 6 home runs, 38 RBIs. Steps to the plate with 2 outs. Runner at second is Rivera. That one's going to be hit hard. Hannah Riley picks it up. Extra time across the infield in time for the 3rd out of the inning. So there were no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and no Elizabethtown errors. So we head to the bottom of the 1st inning. Our score, LaRue County 0, Elizabethtown 0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Call 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Call 270-982-7206. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Again, the lineup for the Panthers: Natalie Shaw, Alyssa Philpott, Hannah Riley, Tatum Spears, Avery Simpson, Avery Powers, Emil Schmidt, Kylie McKinney, and Kayla Braden. Defensively set up for LaRue County. In left field, it'll be Paige Evans. Center, Natalie Gentry. Right field, Abigail Morgan. Around the infield, Isabel Hayes at third, Isabella Rivera at shortstop, Emma Moore at second base, Emilia English at first. In the battery today for the Hawks, behind the dish, Kelsey Hornback. And in the circle, Caitlin Rucker. Shaw, the hero, along with Tatum Spears of the 17th District Final, comes to the plate. Rucker on the mound today comes in with a 7-6 record on the season with a 3.75 ERA. Shaw comes into the top E-Town here, 420 on the season, 11 home runs, 36 RBIs. That one a little too low. 1-0 the count. That one low again, 2-0 now the count to Shaw. That went in there for a strike. 2-1 now to Shaw. That's going to be hit well foul down the left field line. It's going to get out of play. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one's hit lazily towards center field. Coming in is Gentry. She'll make the catch for the first down, the first inning. So the leadoff hitters for both teams flew out to center field. That's going to bring us to the catcher, Alyssa Philpott, for the Panthers.
Up next, the catcher, number 18, Philpott.
Philpott comes in with a .354 average on the season. I'm low with inside. That one rip foul down the third base line. Coach Schmidt jumping out of the way. 1-1 now the count. Philpott steps back in, 1-1 the count. Two and 1 now the count as that one was in the dirt. That one swung hit towards the third baseman, Hayes. Across the diamond. And good job by English as he stepped towards the runner to make that catch before it looked like it might have hit Philpott for the second out of the inning. And now that's going to bring us to the third baseman, Hannah Riley. Riley with a .400 average on the season. She's got 5 home runs, 32 hits in 80 at-bats. That one in there for a strike. So far, it seems that Rutgers has been keeping the ball down. There's a slight breeze today. Beautiful day for sports. Swing at that one. Hit again to Hayes. Cross the diamond in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. So after one complete, our score, LaRue County 0, Elizabethtown 0. Back after this short break with the second inning of action. Welcome back to John Hardin High School for today's quarterfinal action of the Fast Pitch Softball 5th Region Tournament. As we start the top of the second inning, it'll be 5, 6, 7 in the LaRue County lineup. Kelsey Hornback, Malia English, and Natalie Gentry. McKinney still in the circle for the Panthers. That one just catches the inside corner. 0-1 now the count. Hornback goes chasing after that one. That one's up a little. 0-2 now the count. Hornback with a .313 average on the season. And that one's well outside. 1-2 now the count. That one in the dirt. 2-2 now the count. That one just high. McKinney thought she had that one. That'll run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So he popped up. Powers drifting back at shortstop. She calls for it and will make the catch. That's going to bring us to the first baseman, Malia English for LaRue County. English 26 hits and 80 at-bats. Gives her a .325 average on the season. Does have 1 home run for the Hawks. Chased after that one. Good pitch by McKinney, kept it low. 0-1 the count. It's going to be popped up on the infield. Schmidt there. She'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring us to the center fielder, Natalie Gentry. Gentry with a .259 average on the season. When she does get on, she's got 8 stolen bases on the year. Want to know the count. That one gets us the inside corner. 1-1. That one going to be a hit as it gets between the third baseman and the shortstop. Spears gets it back in quickly, but a single for Gentry. That's the second hit of the day for the Hawks, and that's going to bring us to the second baseman, Emma Moore. Moore with a .250 average on the season. It's her 20th ball game of the year. She has 10 hits and 40 at-bats. That one in there for a strike. That one in for a strike. Going down for the steal. And in there safely is Natalie Gentry. It's her 9th stolen base of the season. And so when the Hawks get on, had a single in the first inning by Isabella Rivera and then a single here by Natalie Gentry. On the second pitch, both of those runners have run and gotten stolen bases. So a runner in scoring position. They count 0-2 to Moore. McKinney toes the rubber. That'll be high and outside. 1-2 now the count. That one popped straight up Oh, almost caught it here in the press box. Coach Mike McCune was sticking his arm out trying to get that one. I'd like to thank Coach McCune and the entire John Hardin Bulldog softball staff for all that they've done, not only this week, but they had the district tournament here last week, or earlier this week. 3 games on Monday, 1 on Tuesday, and they've got 4 games today, 2 games tomorrow, and the championship game on Monday night. 1-2 now the count. Moore steps back in, fouls that one back. Moore doing a good job of staying alive. And swings through that one. That'll be the second strikeout of the day for McKinney, and that will end the top half of the second inning. There were no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and no Elizabethtown errors. So we head to the bottom of the second inning. Our score remains LaRue County 0, Elizabethtown 0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and you can always search our past broadcast on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. Bottom of the second inning, it'll be 4-5-6 in the Panther lineup. Tatum Spears, Avery Simpson, and Avery Powers.
Leading off in the bottom of the second inning is number 32, Spears.
Spears comes to the plate. The .333 average on the season. 27 hits, 27 RBIs. That one just outside. She swings through that one. That'll even the count up at 0-2. Spears stayed back on that one, fouls it off over near the E-Town bench. That one outside. 2-2 now, the count to Spears. Spears fouls that one straight back. And Rucker toes the rubber as Spears steps back in. That one fouled off almost into the E-Town bench. As we hit towards center field, coming in is Gentry. She'll make the catch for the first out in the bottom of the second inning. That'll bring us to the first baseman, Avery Simpson. Simpson on the year, 338 average with 10 RBIs. One out here, bottom of the second, scoreless between the Panthers and the Hawks. Want to know the count to Simpson. Happens to be ripped towards the shortstop. Rivera takes one step to her right to make the catch. And that'll be 2 outs, and now it'll bring up the shortstop for the Panthers, Avery Powers.
Up next is the shortstop, number 3, Powers.
Powers hitting .366. Does have 3 home runs on the year. Change up in there, just low. 1-1 the count. Gonna be hit out towards the second baseman. Getting there is Moore. And good job by the first baseman, English, to get that one. And it's another 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. Through 2 complete, our score, LaRue County 0, Elizabethtown 0. We'll be back after this short break with the 3rd inning of action. Welcome back to John Hardin High School for today's quarterfinal action of the Fast Pitch Softball 5th Region Tournament. As we head to the top of the 3rd inning, it'll be 9-1-2 in the Hawks lineup. Abigail Morgan, Isabel Hayes, and Isabella Rivera. Kylie McKinney back in the circle for Elizabethtown. That's going to be hit. That'll be a leadoff base hit into the outfield. Spears will get it. Quickly will send it back in. And the LaRue County Hawks with their 3rd hit of the day. The first 2 on the second pitch they ran. This gets us back to the top of the orders. Isabel Hayes now hitting for LaRue County. That's going to be hit right towards center field. Shaw is going to have to let that one hit in front of her. Back-to-back singles by LaRue County, and that gets a runner in scoring position. 2 on with no outs. So we get to the shortstop, Isabella Rivera. She's 1 for 1 on the day with a single and a stolen base. Coach Morgan out at second, Hayes at first. Interested to see if E-Town thinks she might bunt. She does square around, bunts it towards first. McKinney going to get up, only play, and not in time, and so it'll be an infield single for Rivera. 3 straight singles by the Hawks. Load the bases up with no outs as we get to Paige Evans, the left fielder. Evans 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Philpott, actually it's going to be Coach Schmidt that calls time for the Panthers. Head out and talk this one over. Get a reminder, the winner of this game will be right back here at John Hardin High School tomorrow at 1:30 as they will take on the Marion County Knights. Marion County victorious earlier today, 9-1 over Thomas Nelson. A reminder, we will be back on the air again later today, 4 o'clock. That is a scheduled start time for our other quarterfinal action. Greene County will take on Central Hardin. We'll have that here. And then our nightcap, we will not cover this one live, but we will have Taylor County and Bethlehem squaring off. Bases loaded, no outs. Evans at the plate. First pitch is high. 1-0. Evans big swing at that one. Comes up empty, evens the count at 1-1. Swings through that one, fouls it off. 1-2 now the count. Get in this inning, it was Abigail Morgan with a single to left field. Isabel Hayes hit a line drive into left center, to center field. And then a bunt single. That was popped up, that'll get out of play. A bunt single by Rivera. The 3 hits in a row here to start off this top of the 3rd inning for LaRue County. 1-2 the count. Change up, and that gets Evans out on the front foot. 3rd strikeout of the day for Kylie McKinney, and that'll bring us to the designated player, Hannah Perry for LaRue County. Hard hit ball in her first at bat was a ground out to the 3rd baseman. Perry again on the year, 506 coming into the ball game with 6 home runs. That one. A ball, 1-0 the count. That one catches the inside corner. McKinney ahead. Now it evens it up at 1-2. That's popped up. Slicing foul down the first baseline. Simpson goes over. Simpson and Tipton run into each other. Both of them will get up. Will go down as a long strike. 1-2 now the count. That one's going to be hit to right field. Looks like that one's going to stay. Oh, it's just slices foul. Tipton laid out for that one. So Perry will trot back. Everybody will reset. Rivera at first, Hayes at second, and Morgan at third. This one popped up straight up. And it's going to be caught, and a good job there as it was caught by Philpott. She turns, and McKinney was right where she needed to be, right at home plate, because even though the ball's in foul territory, you can still tag up on those as the runners. McKinney went and covered home plate. That was able to keep Morgan at third. So now with 2 outs, the base is loaded, and it will be Hornback to the plate. That one gets away, and here comes Morgan from third, and she'll score. And so the passed ball, after no outs, runners are bases loaded, you get a strikeout and an infield fly, and then it is a wild pitch that gets the runner in for the Hawks to take the 1-0 lead. Pitch was a ball, so Hornback steps in 1-0. She's 0 for 1 on there. She popped up on the infield. Her first at bat. That one's high. That one's low, and that one kind of gets away. Unable to find it. 1 run is in. Oh, and they're going to hold Rivera back. So on a second wild pitch, and as far as where the ball goes, that's the pitcher's job, is to point to where the ball is so that the catcher knows what direction to go in. So 3-0 the count on Hornback. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk to Hornbeck, but an eventful 4 pitches as 2 of them were wild, and that scored 2 runs for the Hawks. That's the first walk given up today by McKinney. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for LaRue County. Kinley McDowell, the courtesy runner for the catcher Hornback.
Up next, the first baseman, number 15.
That'll bring Malaya English to the plate. She popped out on the infield in her first at bat. So Rivera's at third. McDowell at first base. Swings through that one. McDowell with the stolen base easy. Now they've got Rivera in a rundown. No one's at third, and Philpott will have to eat it. The hard part about that is you're taught to run where you throw the ball, but as the catcher had the ball, threw it down, she was not going to be able to get to third base in time. That's a situation just experience-wise where Riley got rid of the ball in plenty of time, should have backed up to third base after she got the ball back to the catcher. But on it, McDonald gets out to second base, and now it's 2 runners in scoring position for English. She pops this one up in foul territory. Riley races over and makes the catch right before he runs into the fence for the 3rd out of the inning. But an inning in which the Hawks put 2 on the scoreboard. There were 2 runs on 3 hits, 2 runners left on base. So we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Our score, LaRue County on top, 2-0 over Elizabethtown. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. We'd also like to thank NFHS the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact nfhs.com to subscribe today. Due up in the bottom of the third for the Panthers. It'll be 7, 8, 9 in the lineup. Emil Schmidt, Kylie McKinney, and Kayla Braden. Rucker still in the circle for the Hawks. Emil Schmidt now to the plate. Schmidt hitting .413 on the year. 31 hits in 75 at-bats. She can slap. She's also a hitter that can stay in the box. Runs toward this one. It's going to be a base hit up the middle. The first base hit of the day for the Panthers. And that's going to bring up the pitcher, Kylie McKinney, now for the Panthers.
Up next is the pitcher, number 21, McKinney.
McKinney hitting .357 on the year. Does have one home run. That one fouled off by McKinney. That one right back at Rucker. She immediately turns and goes to first to English. Gets the first out. That does advance Schmidt to second. So with one out, we get to the number 9 hitter, Kayla Braden, the designated player for the Panthers.
Up next, your DP, number 1, Braden.
Braden hitting .417 on the year. She has 10 hits and 24 at-bats. She likes to slap hit as well. I tried to bunt that one. That one fouled out of play. Schmidt heads back to second base. 0-1 the count as Braden steps back in. Slap that one towards third. It falls foul before Hayes could get to it. 0-2 now the count. That one in the dirt. Good job back there by Horn, back to pluck it out. Keeps Schmidt over at second. 1-2 the count to Braden. That's strike 3. First strikeout for the day for Rucker, and that'll send us to the top of the order. Natalie Shaw heading to the plate. Shaw 0 for 1 on the day. She flew out to center field and her only at bat. And almost on cue, all 3 of the Hawks outfielders take about 4 steps back. That one just outside. 1-0 the count. That one's ripped towards left field. Coming over is Evans. She's not going to be able to get it. That'll be an RBI double for Shaw as she beats the second baseman Moore to the bag. And that is hustled out of the box by Shaw as Evans did not play it poorly. Just a little slow getting it back into the infield, and Shaw going the whole way. Schmidt scores on that, and that's going to bring us to the catcher, Alyssa Philpott. That one's popped up on the right side. Running over is Moore, and makes the catch in foul territory. Good job by Emma Moore for that one. And so the E-Town threat is handled. There were 1 run on 2 hits, 1 runner left on base, and no LaRue County errors. Through 3 complete, our score, LaRue County 2, Elizabethtown 1. We'll be right back after this short break with the 4th inning of action.
McKinney is what we're talking about, 21. Right? She's a sophomore.
No, Schmidt, the coach's daughter.
She's a freshman, it says on here. Number 9.
Yeah.
She's a freshman. I got a 7th, 8th grader. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 middle schoolers.
Welcome back to John Hardin High School for our quarterfinal action of the 5th region tournament as we head into the top of the 4th inning. It'll be a pitching change for Elizabethtown as Tatum Spears will now go into the circle for Kylie McKinney. It will not change their lineup at all. Kayla Braden comes in as the flex player, and she'll head to left field. So Natalie Gentry now to the plate. It'll be 7, 8, 9 in the Hawks lineup. Gentry 1 for 1 on the day with a single and a stolen base. That went in there for a strike. That went in there for another strike. And Spears gets her first strikeout of the day. For McKinney, she gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Emma Moore. Moore 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. That one a little too far inside. 1-0 the count. That one too far outside. 2-0 now the count. Swings to that one, 2-1 now the count. Ball 3 is that one just a touch inside and low. 3-1 now the count to Moore. That'll be fouled out of play. I'll take the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And there's strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts by Spears. And that'll bring us to the number 9 hitter in the Hawks lineup, the right fielder, Abigail Morgan. Morgan 1 for 1 on the day with a single. She came around to score the first run for the Hawks. That one high and away, 1-0 the count. That one just a touch high. 2-0 now the count to Morgan. Back-to-back hitter Spears has gone 2-0 too. Low 3-0 now the count. That one in there for a strike. 3-1 now the count. Riley keeps sprinting in from third. Not sure if Morgan showed the bunt or not. That'll be ball 4. And Morgan, 2 at-bats. Gotten on base both times, and that'll send us to the top of the order for LaRue County. Isabel Hayes, she's 1 for 2 on the day with a run. That one fouled off, 0-1 the count. Change up. One and one the count, 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning, 2-1 LaRue County on top of Elizabethtown. That one's popped up on the infield. Power, and now to be Schmidt that makes the catch. So in that top of the 4th, there were no runs on no hits, 1 runner left on base, and no Elizabethtown errors. As we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, our score, LaRue County 2, Elizabethtown 1. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding area since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Due up for the Panthers in the bottom of the 4th. It'll be 3-4-5 in the lineup. Hannah Riley, Tatum Spears, and Avery Simpson.
Leading up for E-Town is your number 11, Riley.
Riley 0 for 1 on the day. She had a ground out to the third baseman, her first at bat. Caitlin Rucker remains in the circle for the Hawks. That one high and away. One over the count to Riley. That one low, 2-0 now the count. That one in there for a strike. A good changeup that time from Rucker. 3-1 now the count. Riley smokes this one down the left field line. Hooks foul down into the corner. That'll bring us a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. This one hit almost in the same spot down in the corner. Evans races over, not able to get to it. I almost expect possibly a changeup here or something off speed, as Riley's been way out in front of those last 2 fastballs. That was be hit towards center field. Gentry there. Oh, just as it was about to go overhead. Reaches up and knocks that one, or gets it. And so that'll bring up the pitcher now, Tatum Spears, for Elizabethtown. Spears flew out to center field in her only at bat today. That one in there for a strike. Good change up that time from Rucker. I'm going to pop up, giving some ground is Rivera. She'll make the catch there. And so 2 outs. That's going to bring us to the first baseman, Avery Simpson. Simpson lined out to the shortstop in her only at bat.
First baseman, number 16, Simpson.
That one low. That one in there for a strike. 2-1 now the count. They popped up. Gentry coming in. Evans coming over. It's going to be Gentry to make the catch. The 3rd out of the inning. And for the 3rd time in 4 innings, the Panthers go down 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. After 4 complete, LaRue County 2, Elizabethtown 1. We'll be right back after this short break with the 5th inning of action. Welcome back to John Hardin High School for today's quarterfinal action. of the 5th Region Fast Pitch Softball Tournament. Top of the 5th inning, our score, LaRue County 2, Elizabethtown 1. It'll be 2-3-4 in the Hawk lineup. Isabella Rivera, Paige Evans, and Hannah Perry. Rivera 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of singles, also has a stolen base. That one outside. Swings over top of that one, evens it at 1-1. That change up outside, 2-1 now the count to Rivera. Swings through that one, 2-2 now the count. And strike 3. Third strikeout for Spears in this game. 6th strikeout on the day for the Hawks. That's going to bring us to the third hitter, Paige Evans. Evans 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts on the day.
Up next, LaRue County left fielder, number 31, Evans.
That one just outside. 1-0 the count. That one well outside. 2-0 now to Evans. That one in there for a strike, 2-1. And that'll even it up at 2-2. And strike 3. That'll bring us to Hannah Perry. Perry 0 for 2 on the day. Should he ground out and a pop out?
Up next, your DP, number 29, Perry.
That one well inside. 1-0 the count. That'll be fouled out of play. One and one the count, 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. That'll be low, 2-1 now the count. Reminder, later today at 4 o'clock approximately, we will have the third quarterfinal ball game of the day as Greene County and Central Hardin will square off. And will be fouled back into that 2-2. And then scheduled at 6:30. It will be our final quarterfinal game of the day as Bethlehem and Taylor County will square off. That one right back up, hits Spears in the foot. Powers gets it. Cross the diamond in time. for the putout. Coaching staff going to quickly get up to check on Spears, make sure her foot's okay where that one hit her. And so that is a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Our score, LaRue County 2, Elizabethtown 1. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and you can always search our past broadcast on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. In the 5th inning, the Panthers will send 6, 7, 8 to the lineup, or to the plate. It'll be Avery Powers, Emil Schmidt, and Kylie McKinney. Caitlin Rucker remains in the circle for the Hawks. And she's had 3 of 4 innings that were 1-2-3 innings. She had some trouble in the 3rd inning where they had a couple of hits and scored 1 run. Powers 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out. Squares to bunt. That one's going to go foul. And everybody will come back and we'll reset. That ball 0-1. Or sorry, 1-1 now. Power swings at that one, fouls it down the 3rd baseline. And the count now 1-2 to the A-Town shortstop. And we popped up. Giving ground as Rivera makes the catch over the shoulder for the first out of the inning. And that's now going to bring us to the 2nd baseman, Emil Schmidt. Schmidt 1 for 1 on the day with a single and the only E-Town run. Schmidt lets that one go. It's a ball, 1-0. Schmidt will hit that one back. It goes off Rucker's glove, and that'll be an infield single. Schmidt now 2 for 2. She gets the first with 1 out. That's going to bring up Kylie McKinney. McKinney 0 for 1 on the day. She grounded out to the pitcher. That one catches the outside corner. 0-1. That one in there for a strike. McKinney behind 0-2 pretty quickly. Anyway, hit out towards the 2nd baseman. Moore gets it. Flips over to English in time on the fielder's choice. That does advance Schmidt to second base, and she'll be in scoring position as we get. It'll be Heidi Tipton now to the plate for the Panthers. Again, Tipton's the flex player. She can hit in and out with Kayla Braden. Coach Schmidt going to give her a little last minute instructions. A hit right here could tie the ball game with Schmidt at second. Pretty good speed. Tipton on the year, 17 of 51. Does have a home run, hitting .333 on the season. And with that now, LaRue County's coach going to come out. Coach Cundiff now is talking to all three of the umpires. Not sure what that one's about. Again, 4 o'clock today, we will be right back here at John Hardin High School as we will have Greene County and Central Hardin squaring off. The winner of this ball game here will take on the Marion County Knights tomorrow, right back here at John Hardin at 1:30. We will not have either of the semifinal games tomorrow here on HCEC-TV. We will have them on tape delay basis. Should be on our YouTube channel Monday. And then if either Elizabethtown or Central Hardin's able to make it to the championship game, we will have that one live here on HCEC-TV on Monday evening. So we come back to action there. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Emil Schmidt at second base for the Panther as Heidi Tipton steps in for her first at-bat of the ball game. That one inside. Schmidt gets a big, big secondary lead. That one in the dirt. That'll be fouled out. 2-1 now the count. Two and one the count to Tipton. That one in the dirt. Good job by Hornback again. That'll keep Schmidt at second. That runs the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. What breeze there is today is blowing in from center field. That's hit right at Rivera, up with it across the diamond in time, and the E-Town threat is put away. The 6-3 putout ends the 5th inning. There were no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and no LaRue County errors. Through 5 complete our score. LaRue County 2, Elizabethtown 1. We'll be right back after this short break with the 6th inning of play. Welcome back to John Hardin High School for a quarterfinal action as we start the top of the 6th inning. LaRue County on top 2-1 over Elizabethtown. It'll be 5, 6, 7 in the Hawks lineup. Kelsey Hornback, Malaya English, and Natalie Gentry.
Catcher, 20,
Hornback 0 for 1 on the day. She did reach on a walk. That one outside. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 now the count. Strike 2. 1-2 now the count. That one low, evens the count at 2-2. And there's strike 3, the 5th strikeout in just 2 innings for Spears. That'll bring us to the first baseman, Malaya English. She's 0 for 2 on the day with 2 infield flies.
So next, the first baseman, 15, English.
That's high and outside. That one hit towards Riley, up with it. Across the diamond to Simpson, second out. And that's going to bring us to the center fielder, Natalie Gentry. Gentry 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a stolen base. Oh, looks like we might have a pinch hitter coming in. This is going to be number 23. Cheyenne Thompson now to the plate for LaRue County, as she will hit for Gentry. So with 2 outs, it'll be Thompson to the plate. Spears in the circle. One and 0. Swings through that one, evens it up at 1-1. That'll be a ball low, 2-1. Two and 1 the count. That one catches the outside corner. 2-2 now the count. That one fouled out of play. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. LaRue County on top, 2-1 over Elizabethtown. Elizabethtown with just 6 outs to go. They've got to get something going on the offensive side. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. For the Panthers, due up in the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be 1-2-3 in the lineup. Natalie Shaw, Alyssa Philpott, and Hannah Riley. Caitlin Rucker remains in the circle for the Hawks. As Shaw comes to the plate. She is 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI double in her last at-bat.
Starting the bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the order, number 24, Shaw.
That will be low, 1-0 the count. That one in there for a strike, a changeup from Rucker. That one's a little too far outside. 2-1 now the count. Shaw with 11 home runs on the year. That one just a bit outside. 3-1 now the count to Shaw. That'll be hit foul down the third base line. That'll run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one's a ball inside. So Shaw gets the walk, and she'll be the tying run at first base. It's going to bring the catcher to the plate, Alyssa Philpott. Philpott 0 for 2 on the day. So a ground out and a fly out. Third baseman Hayes cheats in, expecting possible bunt from Philpott. Shaw takes off for second. Throw down, not in. Oh! Oh! She was popping up. Oh, I believe Shaw had that base stolen the whole way. She was popping up to second base and was tagged on the leg that was bracing her up. Oh, a good throw by Hornback, but it looked like Shaw had that one. So a 2-6 put out at second base for the first out of the inning. You hear the E-Town faithful getting on to Blue. I have to wait and find if that ball was a ball or a strike. That one will go high. 1-1 the count. That was a hit foul. 1 and 2 will be the count. One and 2 as Philpott digs back in. Rucker has thrown an outstanding ball game today for the Hawks. That one will be low. 2 and 2 now the count. Just 3 hits given up by Caitlin Rucker today. Allen popped into foul territory down the left field line, a fall. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. That'll be ball 3, so we'll go full, 3 and 2. Strike 3. So 2 outs in the 6th inning, and that'll bring the third baseman, Hannah Riley, to the plate. Riley 0 for 2 on the day, has a ground out and lined out to center her last at bat.
Up next, your third baseman, number 11, Riley.
That one just out. 1 and 0 the count. That one hit sharply down the third base line. Evans does a good job getting it back in a hurry. The first hit of the day for Riley as she gets the single to first. And now it's going to bring up the pitcher, Tatum Spears. Spears 0 for 2 on the day with 2 flyouts.
Up next, number 32, Spears.
Their score 2-1, LaRue County on top. That one in the dirt. Riley will take second. So now the tying run in scoring position. Pitch was a ball, so 1-0 the count as Spears steps back in. That one will be popped up out of play. Goes over the press box. Oh, not quite over as it lands on top of it. Evens the count up at 1-1. One and 1 the count. That one low. Two and 1 now the count to Spears. That'll be low, 3-1. That change up in there for a strike. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second base. That one's hitting the shallow center field. It's going to fall. Here comes Riley rounding third. The throw home. Spears is going to advance up. And she's out at second. I think she was there. But it is an RBI single for Spears. Ties the ball game. And she is thrown out at second base. Riley scores. So after 6 complete, we are all tied at 2 apiece. In that inning, there was 1 run on 2 hits, no runners left on base, and no LaRue County errors. As we head to the top of the 7th inning, our score tied, LaRue County 2, Elizabethtown 2. We'll be right back with the 7th inning of action. Welcome back to John Hardin High School for today's quarterfinal action of the 5th Region Softball Tournament. We are all tied at 2 apiece as we head into the 7th inning. For the Hawks, it'll be 8-9-1 in the lineup. Emma Moore, Abigail Morgan, and Isabel Hayes. Tatum Spears remains in the circle for the Panthers. Strike 1. Moore on the day 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That'll go outside, evens the count at 1-1. Moore showed bunt at the beginning of that. Had Hannah Ryland sprinting in from third. That one in there for a strike. 1-2 now, the count to Moore. There's strike 3. That'll bring us to the right fielder, Abigail Morgan. Morgan, 1 for 1 on the day. She has a single, a run scored, and a walk. That's in there for a strike. That's high and away. 1-1 now, the count. And in there for a strike. 1-2 now, the count. It's going to be out towards right field. McKinney there makes the catch. So 2 outs. That goes to the top of the order. Isabel Hayes now to the plate. She's 1 for 3 on the day with a single and a run scored. That'll be high, gets all the way back to the backstop. 1-0 the count to Hayes. It's been popped up on the infield. Powers calls for it, makes the catch. So we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, all tied. LaRue County 2 and Elizabethtown 2. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Again, the winner of this ball game will face the Marion County Knights tomorrow at 1:30, right back here at John Hardin High School. And they are sticking to quarterfinal games later today, as Greene County and Central Hardin will square off after this one. And our nightcap will have Taylor County and Bethlehem. Winner of those two games will face each other tomorrow at 4 o'clock right back here at John Hardin. So we head to the bottom of the 7th inning for the Panthers. It'll be 5, 6, 7 in the lineup. Simpson, Powers, and Schmidt. Avery Simpson to the plate, 0 for 2 on the day with 2 flyouts. Caitlin Rucker remains in the circle for the Hawks. Rucker has only given up 5 hits on the day to the Panthers. That one's going to be fouled down the third baseline. One and one the count to Simpson. It's going to be hit toward Hayes, gobbles it up, across the infield for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring us to the shortstop, Avery Powers. Powers is a ground out and a fly out. Coach Schmidt giving Powers some instructions for this at-bat. And coming into today's ball game, Elizabethtown had outscored LaRue County 28-5 in the regular season. 2 victories, both by mercy rule. Powers digs in. That one a little too far inside. 1-0 the count. That one gets in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Change up outside. Powers a little off balance. Goes fishing after that one. 1-2 now the count. strike three. 2 outs in the 7th inning. That's going to bring us to the second baseman, Emil Schmidt, for the Panthers. She's 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles and a run scored. Really hasn't hit the ball off the dirt yet. She hit just by Rucker in her first at-bat for a single, and the second one actually hit Rucker's glove. Was able to beat the throw to first. That one was low. 1-0. Breeze picking up just a bit here at John Hardin, coming in from left center field. Schmidt will hit that one out to Rivera. Across, not in time. And Schmidt beats that one out. That'll be an error on the shortstop. The winning run on base for the Panthers. Now we'll come to Kylie McKinney. McKinney 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of ground outs. That's a ball, 1-0. That one low as well, 2-0 now the count. That's in there for a strike, catches the inside corner. 2-1 now the count to McKinney. That one's fouled off, so that'll even the count at 2-2. Schmidt heads back to first base. Get a little windy up here in the press box. My notes are flying around. 2-2 with 2 outs. Schmidt at first. I'm going to be right back up the middle. Rivera with this one. She'll go across to English in time. And we're going to get some free softball. As there were no runs on no hits, 1 runner left on base, and 1 LaRue County error. Through 7 complete, we're all tied at 2 apiece between LaRue County and Elizabethtown. We'll be right back after this break with the 8th inning of action. Welcome back to John Hardin High School for today's quarterfinal action. So we are into the top of the 8th inning. Due up for the Hawks, 2, 3, 4 in the lineup, Rivera, Evans, and Perry. Tatum Spears still in the circle for the Panthers as Isabella Rivera comes to the plate. Rivera 2 for 3 on the day with a pair of singles. Spears came in the 4th inning and have shut the Hawks out since then. Bunt attempt, bunted back. Riley mishandles it. Tried to pick it up with her glove. So an E5. I know it's going to be a close play anyway. That gets a runner at first for LaRue County. Now we head to the left fielder, Paige Evans. Evans 0 for 3 on the day.
Next, number 31, Evans.
That one in there for a strike. E-Town anticipating a bunt there. At a bunt, right down in front of home plate. Riley up with it. It gets past Schmidt. And that's going to send Rivera around to third. So it'll be runners at the corners with no outs. So Coach Schmidt going to come out to the mound. So it'll be Hannah Perry now to bat for the Hawks. She's 0 for 3 on the day, a couple of ground outs and a fly out. Rivera at third, Evans at first. No outs, 8th inning. That in there for a strike. Evans will move down to second, no throw. So 2 runners in scoring position. That's a ball.
Up next, the catcher, number 20, cornerback. Up next, first baseman, number 15, English.
Sorry about that, technical difficulties. 2 runs scored for, Spears hits English. So now to be bases loaded with no outs. So it'll be Perry at third, Hornback out at second, and English at first. Natalie Gentry to the plate. Gentry 1 for 2 on the day with a single. Four to 2, LaRue County on top now. Bases loaded. No outs here in the top of the 8th inning. That'll be fouled off. 2-1 now the count. Change up. Gentry goes chasing after that one, and the count evens at 2-2. And there's strike 3 for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Emma Moore, just 0 for 3. That's the 8th strikeout of the day for Spears. The 13th overall. Sorry, not the 13th, the 11th overall strikeout on the day for the Hawks. Moore going to back out. E-Town's infield is in. That's in there for a strike. That one outside. Philpott had an opportunity to throw behind Perry as Powers headed over to third, and now Coach Cundiff going to talk it over with Moore. Not sure if she missed a sign or not. She comes back to the plate. Count will be 1-1. That bunt is popped up. That'll be in foul territory. Count will move to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And strike 3. And that's going to bring up Abigail Morgan, the right fielder for the Hawks.
Next, the right fielder for LaRue County, number 7, Morgan.
That one hit right back at Spears. She'll get it, flip it to Simpson for the last out. But there were 2 runs on 2 hits, 3 runners left on base, and 2 Elizabethtown errors as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Our score, LaRue County 4, Elizabethtown 2. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. It'll be 9-1-2 in the E-Town order. Caleb Braden, Natalie Shaw, and Alyssa Philpott. Caitlin Rucker still in the circle for the Hawks. Has pitched an outstanding ball game. He's given up just 5 hits in the ball game and just 2 runs. Not sure if Kayla Braden will hit or it'll be Heidi Tipton, as those two, one being the designated player, the other flex, can enter for each other.
Starting off for E-Town, the bottom of the 8th inning is number 1, Braden.
Kayla Braden now to the plate. Braden 0 for 1 on the day. That one low, 1-0. That one fouled off by Braden. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. That one hit towards Hayes across the diamond and dropped. And that'll be an error on the first baseman. That gets Braden. It was a good throw by Hayes across the infield. And that'll bring us to the top of the order with Natalie Shaw. Shaw 1 for 2 on the day with a double and an RBI. Last at bat, she was walked and then thrown out at second. That in there for a strike. Rutgers did a good job today of switching up the speeds. 1-1. E-Town looking for Shaw to hit her 12th home run of the year. That pitch catches the outside corner, 1-2 the count. Shaw rips that one into left field. Everybody moves up 1 base. Evans gets to it, fields it cleanly, and gets it back in. So it'll be Braden at second, Shaw at first, and we get to the catcher, Alyssa Philpott. Philpott 0 for 3 on the day. That one in the dirt. Actually, it hits Philpott. And so they're going to send in a courtesy runner for Philpott. She is the catcher, so that's not like a substitution. Coach Cundiff going to come out and argue that she didn't try to get out of the way. Herringshaw takes the spot of Philpott at first base as her courtesy runner. Now they're going to call in the officials. I believe they're seeing if she tried to move out of the way. That was a quick meeting. So it'll be bases loaded with no outs. Hannah Riley to the plate. Riley 1 for 3 on the day. Has hit the ball hard twice and has a run scored.
Up next, Freetown, third baseman, number 11, Riley.
So it'll be Braden at third, Shaw at second, and Herringshaw at first. LaRue County's defense cheats in. Score 4-2, LaRue County on top, but E-Town with a great situation here, opportunity. Riley fouls that one away. And that one hits Riley on the foot. Back-to-back hit by pitch. And that's going to score a run as Caleb Braden comes in from third. The bases remain loaded. Shaw now moves to third, Herring-Shaw at second, and Riley at first. And now Tatum Spears to the plate. Spears 1 for 3 on the day. She had the RBI that brought in Riley to tie up the ball game in the 6th inning. That one in the dirt. Tying run at third, winning run out at second for E-Town. No outs, top of the 8th inning. 1-0 the count to Spears. He's going to hit this one into right center. Coming over, oh, Potts is out. We're going to be tied at 4 apiece, as Morgan was unable to get to it. So Shaw scores to tie the ball game at 4. Herring-Shaw's at third, Riley at second, and now Spears at first. And Coach Cundiff now going to come out and talk to his defense. Due up for Elizabethtown, it'll be Avery Simpson. Simpson 0 for 3 on the day. The ground out and a couple flyouts. Telling the outfielders all to come in. Anything hit there's got to come home.
Up next, Retown, first baseman number 16, Simpson.
That one low. 1-0 the count. Immediately following the conclusion of this ball game, we will have the presentation of the all-tournament team. One player from the losing team will be honored. 1-0 the count. And it'll be high. 2-0 now the count. That'll be hit down the first base line, and that's going to do it. Avery Simpson will get the RBI single, and E-Town down 2 coming into the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a game-winning RBI, scoring 3 runs. Simpson gets the game-winning RBI. Alyssa Herring-Shaw scores the 5th run of the day, and Elizabethtown victorious, 5-4 over LaRue County. And an absolute barn burner between the Hawks and the Panthers. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. We're now going to go down to the field to the athletic director here at John Hardin High School, Mike McCune, as he will do the presentation of the all-tournament team member for LaRue County. Reminder, we'll be back on the air in about 30 minutes or so. It might be a little longer than that to give teams time to warm up, but we'll have Central Hardin and Greene County squaring off. That game is scheduled to start at 4 o'clock.
The all-tournament selection from LaRue County is number 18, the third baseman, shortstop, Isabella Rivera.
So Isabella Rivera named to the all-tournament team from LaRue County. So for all of our workers here at HCEC-TV, for Miss Alexis Lee Lawson, I'm Bobby Thompson telling you we'll be right back in about 30 minutes with more high school softball action.